Hello everybody, it's Calm Woman, your garden guy. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a DIY succulent wall feature. This is a real quick and easy way to make a lovely statement on any wall in your garden. I've gone ahead and bought some of these basic little simple wood. I don't know what size this is, but any sort of off-cut wood you can get your hands on, even an old pallet could work. And what we're going to be doing is cutting them into little pieces like this, which we'll then build into a frame and place that right around our succulents on the wall. Can you imagine? I tell you, it's going to be beautiful. So first thing I want to be doing is building my frames, and for that I'm going to need a basic little saw and one of these McGafters. I don't know what you call these thingies, but basically it allows me to cut at an angle. Okay, so let me just get rid of the sand here in the way, and we'll talk about that just now. Move them along or aside for now, and then what I like to do is sort of clamp this guy on here, so I know he's not going anywhere. Okay, so just let me get my clamps over here. There we go. I got two of these beautiful little guys, and now if everything plays along with us over here, I'm going to grab, now you'll see this one's already cut over here, and that's because I've made half of one of the frames ahead of time, so I don't waste, well, your time. Okay, so what we're going to do is measure in, and what you want to keep in mind is that you build a frame relevant in size to the pot you're going to be mounting against the wall. And I'm going to be using these little guys over here from Lots of Pots Nursery, and I think they're going to do just the charm for the size wall I have in mind, and we'll have a look at that just now. Okay, so for now I've got pre-measured sort of the size of the frame I'm going to be building. Look at that, lovely, hey? Looks so nice and clean, and it's quick, cheap and easy to do. That's the real beauty about this project. So I've got my little piece of wood over here, and then here's the one I've cut ahead of time, and I'll include the dimensions in the description of this video. If you want to take my sizes, you're welcome, but sort of any square will do the job, right? So we're just going to measure, make sure he's all the way in line over there. Then we're just going to mark over there. Clamp him nice and firm. Make sure he's not going anywhere. There we go. Right, off he comes. And loosen this guy up. There we go. And repeat. Again. This time the other way. There we go. And boom, bam! Hey, how's that guy? Looking lovely, I tell you. Okay? And we'll just do that with the rest of them. I'm not going to bore you, so I'll catch up with you just now. There we go, last little cut made. And look at this little guy, there we go. So now I've got 8 of these, which are going to give me 2 squares. Okay, so this guy can take a rest. I'll put him over there for now. Okay, we'll clean that just now. Get these hooks out the way so you can see nicely over here. Okay, now comes the fun part. Now it's time to build our little frames, and we're going to be using this little dude for that. So, quickly to show you, that corner is going to go there, that one over there, that one over there, and of course then we'll do the bottom one as well. Okay, so let's do the first hook over here. Make sure he's nice and square. And then I'm just going to pop him with some staples. Boom, boom, boom. 3 on this side. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay? Careful when you flip him over. Sometimes they rip apart. Okay? 1, 2. Oh, oopsie. That one's a bit skew. 3. Okay, they're all a bit skew. There we go. Why is this thing not looking wrong? There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do the other 2. Remember, you don't have to be scared about the quality of your wood, because at the end of the day, that just, all of it's going to add some character to your little feature we're building here. So watch the fingers. 3. Woo-hoo-hoo. And just like that. Eh? Isn't that stunning? I think it's beautiful. And what's gonna happen is, look at these little guys, hey? They're gonna look absolutely stunning, framed like this, right against any wall in the garden. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so just gonna finish my last little guy over here. So there's two more little things I want to do before we go hang these guys up, and that's one, putting a little string on here so we have something to hang him up with, and then number two is to just give them a light little coat of varnish, and that's going to give us a beautiful feature that will last all year long. Okay, just quickly in the middle, number one and number two, and just like it. Look at that, beautiful. Hey, okay, homemade, by the way. That's it. Okay, so let's get this guy in here. Hey, there we go. And you just need a thin coat, just quickly, hey? Remember, this doesn't need to be a tedious project that you dread doing. The whole idea is that you have fun. Quick and easy, hey? Look at that, beautiful. All the way along. There we go. Now, if you like, you can do some color on here. I'm going to be putting this on a colored brick wall or on a face brick wall. So I like the lighter color because it's going to give me contrast. If you're working with a plastered wall or a painted wall, maybe you want to paint it darker because that's going to give you the contrast for your focal point. Remember, we're trying to frame a plant. We're not making a pretty frame, we're making a pretty plant with a frame. Okay, you get what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna carry on here. I'm gonna quickly varnish the rest of my little frames, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna mount the pot against the wall, and we'll take it from there. How exactly do you plan to fix this to a wall? And well, to be honest, I had to figure it out myself. And right now, I'm not quite sure if it's gonna work. So the idea is that I'm gonna drill a hole through a terracotta pot, and then try and mount that into some sort of a plug on the wall itself. So practically I want to stick a plug into the wall and then be able to hang the pot onto the plug. How that's going to turn out, I'm not quite sure. We might need to put a wire frame around it. I don't know, you know as much as me right now. Okay, so we're going to do it really slowly and hope for the best, really. Okay, here we go. I guess you want to see, don't you? Okay, here we go. We did it. I think we made it, boys and girls. Yes! Look at that. It worked. It worked beautifully. Okay, very nice. So it does work. Be very careful though, do it slowly. That was the first time I tried it, honestly, and yeah, it seems to be quite okay. Now, how much weight you're going to be able to hang on here, that's a different question. Okay, finally, the time has come for me to plant these little beautiful guys up. And what I've got in mind are some succulents and, whoa, whoopsie. Luckily, he's getting a new pot, eh? Look at that. Oh, aren't they absolutely stunning? And you can imagine the contrasting colors. And this guy, I believe, gets hold or colors like this because of the cold. And just look at the sort of leaf structure on this guy, hey? And you know what's really nice about using succulents in containers, especially when they're small containers like this, is that they do quite well with less water or very little water. And that's really important when you're planting a pot up against a warm wall. You can imagine full sun on this guy, especially even a terracotta pot. It's going to get really hot in here and it's going to lose moisture quickly. That's why I want to use succulents for this build. Okay. Now, there's another little secret when it comes to planting succulents in containers, and that's the soil mixture you use. That's really quite important. And luckily, I've got a bag of this stuff lying around, which is Bark Unlimited's soil mixture for succulents. Hey, and you'll find this in many reliable nurseries. And what we want to do is, at the bottom, make sure you've got a nice big drainage hole. Okay, I'm going to plant this little guy up here. All right. And these guys come from Ngena succulents, from Sauer, and look at them. Hey, I tell you, absolutely beautiful. This will make any of your plant friends jealous to the bone, I tell you. Hey, yes. And especially where I'm going to be planting this, guys, it's like right where you come into my yard. So, I mean, it's going to be a nice little feature point there to keep the eyes drawn. Okay. Clean the hands a bit. And I'm going to mulch him with some pebbles again, or some gravel. And this will just help us retain some water in our container. Okay, there we go. My pleasure, fine sir. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to clean the pot off and go hang him on the wall. I'm going to do the same with this guy, and I'll see you that side where we hang them up. So, it's been about a day or two since I varnished these guys up, and they're looking lovely, absolutely waterproof. And I'm going to be putting them up here, one over here somewhere, and maybe one over here somewhere. Now, just to put in some of these little plugs, normal any wall plug, and pop in the plastic thingy, and after him comes the little screw. Now, that's going to allow us to hook our little frames onto here, and look at that, on his own, lovely, and his friend over here. That's it, eh? Stunning. I think so, and you can see why I selected the lighter varnish, so it would stand out a bit better on the dark wall. I'm gonna grab a pencil and our potted plant, and we're gonna guesstimate where we think is gonna look good. That's it, that's where he's going in. So we'll give him a mark over here. I can barely hear anything. Right, so now the idea is to do it a bit other way around. So I'm gonna put the plastic in the wall, then I'm going to put the nail first through the pot, well, screw, first through the pot and then into the plastic housing. Okay, and now for the moment of truth. Look at that! Hey! I knew it would work. Lovely. There we go. Beautifully framed succulent on the wall. This guy's going to love the temperatures out here, provided we give him enough water. And he's going to stun all of my friends and family as they come into my yard. Thank you for your time. I've been Carl Mormon, your garden guy. If you've enjoyed this little project of mine, give it a like, share it to someone who you think I could inspire. And yes, thank you once again for spending your time with me. Until next time, happy gardening and happy succulent mounting. Cheers.